Not done many of these, so bear with me. I was doing this job, well, I went out getting the bike up and running after winter, and I thought I'd try a few things out. My hand grips, excuse the cold, the hand grips thing wasn't working on one of the hands. Right hand is okay, left hand not so much. So opened it up. Clearly there was a few issues with the wiring, a few breaks in it. Well, not breaks, but could be better. Both line in and line out, don't even see it. It's got some issues. And up at the top, in fact, things aren't looking great. So I thought I'd open it up. This is V8 Oxford. Go easy, get a knife in the seam, focus, and just go easy, go round and lever it. It will take forever, but be patient, and eventually it popped off. Yes, okay, yeah, so you can see it's very well glued on. So go around it nice and easy with a sharp blade, just levering a little bit at a time, and eventually you'll get the results. Now, it's good that it's well put together. It needs to be waterproof, so I'm happy with that. Takes a bit of effort, got it out, so you get the little rubbery bits, the buttons, use cover the buttons and keep all the rubbish out. So you some light on this. Inside looks okay. You know, I'm not too bothered about that. It doesn't look like there's any water ingress, given how hard to get it out it was. So I think the next thing is I'm going to try and get the circuit board out and see if I can desolder those wires and maybe run a whole bunch of new wires in there and lengthen the lifespan of this unit. Okay, so a little bit of progress. This shield just pulls out. Once again, an awful lot easier when you've got both hands at work. And the circuit board, although it does look to have some glue around it, is in fact loose. A screwdriver, that's what I need. Sorry, blocking the view. Get it down the corner there, and you can. Lever it up. Now, I'm not going to go too far with that. You can see it's moving up. Because the wires are still quite well fixed in there. Everything has been fixed very well for waterproofing, I'm sure, but I will keep at it and get back to you. Well, once again, how well potted was that? A lot of glue, a lot of silicone. I had to resort to chopping the wires on the inside and on the outside and applying quite a significant amount of brute force and ignorance, which fortunately I have in spades. Come on, focus. Yeah, but you can see both ends. There's definitely been some potential shorting there. So yeah, look, it wasn't working. I'm either going to fix it or it still won't be working. To be continued. Okay, so sometime later, using a lot of flux and desoldering braid, managed to clear the wires out of all the holes. Kept the other wire, so I've got some idea of length. So just need to choose some wire, do some cleaning up, and start soldering. Okay, so I have soldered in new wires. Bit tricky, they're a little bit bigger than the original wires. I have got it bodged up just now, just to see if it works or not. So wiring is somewhat iffy. It will not focus. Yeah, I've just got things plugged in at the moment. Right, so ignition on the bike is on, and let's see, we can get this on camera. Well, it's up to 100%. No, I'm not sure without the bike running. Yeah, there's the battery saver going. So let's just wobble it down a bit. If that's about 75, that's about 50%, I think. And we'll see if it's going to start heating up. Right, I had to start the bike up so that the battery wasn't getting drained. But success, yeah, both hand grips are getting warm now. So disconnect all this, put some proper sheathing on the wires. Yeah, should be right. There'll be plenty of strain relief once I've got the cable management gland in place. Put some sheathing on it, plug it all back together. Top banana. So here it is, fully fitted, bolted up and working. Things I might do differently if I was doing it again. Put some silicone sealant on the inside in here. I didn't have any glass silicone sealant. You need stuff, not the stuff from your bathroom. It's acid cure. It can damage circuit boards. It can lift the track, so it's not wise to use that around circuit boards. I didn't have any. The stuff they use on mirrors and glass isn't acid cure, as far as I know, so you can use that, but I didn't have any. So I would have done that. Had I had the proper ends and the crimping tool, I know I've got the crimping tool, I don't know if I've got the proper ends, I would have replaced all the connections as well, but as it was, I just had to cut the originals and solder them together under the sleeving, so I had all the correct ends on them. Apart from that, pretty happy that helped. Hope that helps somebody out there.